Namaste Deepak of Class 8B, here to speak about one of my favorite classic authors, L.M. Montgomery, who is known for her best-selling series Anne of Green Gables. Lucy Maud Montgomery, published as L.M. Montgomery, was a Canadian author best known for her series. The first novel was followed by a series of sequels with Anne as the central character. Montgomery went on to publish 20 novels, 530 short stories, 500 poems, and 30 essays. Most of her novels were set in Prince Edward Island, Canada. Since its publication, Anne of Green Gables has been translated into more than 360 languages and has sold more than 50 million copies, making one of the best-selling books worldwide. Montgomery's work has been adapted dozens of times, and Anne of Green Gables alone has been adapted more than 24 times. The original book, in fact, was taught to students around the world. Anne Shirley, a young orphan from a fictional community of Bolingbroke, Nova Scotia, is sent to live with Marilla and Matthew Cuthbert, two unmarried siblings at Green Gables after a childhood spent in strangers' homes and orphanages. Marilla had already decided to adopt a boy to help run the farm at Green Gables, but through a misunderstanding, the orphanage sent Anne instead. Anne's adventures and misadventures are inspired by Montgomery's own life. The first book, Anne of Green Gables, was and remains her most famous book. The sequels are about Anne's adventures thereupon. Besides Anne of Green Gables, her bestsellers included Emily of Newmoon, Jane of London, The Pat of Silverbush, The Blue Castle, and The Story Girl. Ellen Montgomery was the first Canadian woman to be a member of the British Royal Society of Arts. She was declared a person of national historic significance in Canada. She is also named one of the 12 greatest women in Canada. By the end of the First World War, Lucy Maud Montgomery was a household name throughout the English-speaking world. The great gift of Montgomery was her ability to create appealing characters and place them in a beautiful world. She has a very unique writing style. A picture may be worth 1,000 words, but not when the words are written by Ellen Montgomery. Thank you.
Hey everyone, my name is Nubasha of Class 8B and today I'm about to present a book review. The book is about Oliver Twist's journey and the author's name is Charles Dickens. So now I'm about to speak a few words about Charles Dickens. Charles John Huffam Dickens, FRSA, is an English writer and a social critic. He was born on 7th February 1812, Lansford, Portsmouth, United Kingdom, and he died on 9th June 1870, Gads Hill Place, United Kingdom. Well, in his lifetime, he wrote many stories like Emma, No Thoroughfare, The Frozen Deep, A Tale of Two Cities, etc. So now I'm about to speak a few words about Oliver Twist's journey. Oliver Twist is the name of a young orphan. He didn't know who had named him. It wasn't his father who had never seen him, and his mother died giving birth to him. Well, Oliver lived with the thousands of other orphans in a grey workhouse. All the orphans were mostly hungry, not peckish, just hungry. Well, when they couldn't bear it anymore, they decided to take action. They told Oliver Twist to go and ask for some more food to the master. And when Oliver went to ask for some more food to the master told Mr. Bumble to get rid of Oliver as they thought he was a bad influence. Oliver was sent to work with a cruel family who worked him hard and beat him, and the children bullied him. Oliver ran away from there. He could only think of one place to go: London. He walked for 7 days, he slept in ditches, he begged for food, he even had blisters. And at last he reached London, where he met a man who introduced himself as the Artful Dodger. And this is where Oliver's journey begins. Oliver Twist was very courageous, and he never left hope. He resisted all the attempts of destroying his goodness. Well, what I think about the book is very entertaining and thrilling. The moral that I learned from the book is to persevere in the face of adversity. I would rate this book 5 out of 5. Thank you.
Namaste. Today, we students from 8B are here to recite the poem Spider and the Fly written by Mary Howitz.
Will you walk into my parlor? Said the spider to the fly. It is the prettiest parlour that ever you did spy. The way into my parlour is up a winding stair, and I have many curious things to show you when you are there. Oh, no, no, said the little fly. To ask me is in vain, for who goes up your winding stair can ne'er come down again.
I'm sure you must be very dear with soaring up so high. Will you rest upon my little bed? Said the spider to the fly. There are pretty curtains drawn around. The sheets are fine and thin, and if you like to rest a while, I'll snugly tuck you in. Oh, no, no, said the little fly, for I've often heard it said, they never, never wake again who sleep upon your bed.
Said the cunning spider to the fly. Dear friend, what can I do to prove the warm affection I've always felt for you? I have within my pantry good store of all that's nice. I'm sure you're very welcome. Will you please to take a slice? Oh, no, no, said the little fly. Kind sir, that cannot be. I've heard what's in your pantry that I do not wish to see.
Sweet creature, said the spider, you are witty and you are wise. How handsome are your gauzy wings! How brilliant are your eyes! I have a little looking glass upon my parlour shelf. If you'll step in one moment, dear, you shall behold yourself. I thank you, gentle sir, she said, for what you are pleased to say. I bidding you good morning now. I'll call another day.
The spider turned him round about and went into his den. For all he knew, the silly fly would soon come back again. So he wove a subtle web in a little corner sly and set his table ready to dine upon the fly. Then he came out to his door again and merrily did sing, Come hither, hither, pretty fly, with a pearl and silver wing. Your robes are green and purple, there's a crest upon your head. Your eyes are like the diamond bright, but mine are dull as lead.
Alas, alas, how very soon this silly little fly, hearing his willy flattering words, came slowly flitting by. With buzzing wings she hung aloft, and nearer too, thinking only of her brilliant eyes and green and purple hue, thinking only of her crested hair. Poor foolish thing! At last, up jumped the cunning spider and fiercely held her down. He dragged her up his winding stairs into his dismal den, within his little parlour. But she ne'er come out again. And now, children, who may this story read, to idle silly fluttering I pray ye ne'er give heed. Unto an evil counsellor close heart and ear and eye, and take a lesson from this tale of the spider and the fly. Thank you.